I'll see you after the function.
It just started the function.
So do you actually watch TikTok?
No.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
It just started the function.
Welcome to the Monitors X Podcast, episode 79. Can I give a round of applause, please, and thank you. Silence real quick for our fellow members, Patrick and Chill. Can we get a moment of silence, please, and thank you. And this is episode 79. Welcome back, and it's another week, another shutdown week. This is week, I think we're a month in about this time.
About a month in. Still alive, still kicking.
And nothing has changed for me. I'm still out and about in these streets.
He belonged to the streets.
Once I'm on the streets, I'm on streets. I'm like a hooker. You can't get me out of these fucking streets.
No matter how many cops pull up, you stay in there.
And in these times, we need stuff that comforts us as people. So,
yes.
Where's the Pope from?
The Pope?
Yes.
The Pope. So the
the
Vatican's in Italy.
So the Pope's in Italy?
Yeah.
Is he Italian?
No. Like the Vatican is its own nation state inside Italy. Like
so why is it?
It's not part of Italy.
So what I'm asking is, what race is the Pope?
I don't know. I can Google
and why
that.
is there only one Pope? Is it like the president of religion?
Yeah, and they pretty much vote for it, but they don't let like population vote. They let the cardinals and shit vote.
So is the Pope Christian?
No, the Pope is Catholic. That's
Pope
the
is
whole.
Catholic.
That's the whole thing. That's the only thing
Let
he's
me
in
tell you
charge
this.
of.
I've been to a Catholic church one time in my lifetime, and it is not a fun thing, man.
I was raised Catholic, and
you gotta stand up every 5 seconds. It's nonsense,
dude. Catholic church is the least fun type of church there is. At least if you're gonna have church, like go have some fun.
If you're gonna invite someone to a Catholic church, you tell them, you say, you wear butt pads and wear shorts. Don't wear pants because you're gonna be getting up every 5 fucking seconds.
The Pope is Argentinian.
So what's he doing in Italy?
So that's what I'm saying.
This is all fucking.
It's its own nation state.
Okay.
Like they literally. So like the Vatican is only, I think it's less than 5 square miles of area, and like it's just in the middle of Italy.
So what is it, like a small city?
Yeah, but it's called a nation state. Like it's got its own.
Okay, so what is the Pope? Let me inform you on this. I don't know anything about this Pope character.
This guy.
He seems a little.
Who is this guy?
He seems a little sketchy to me. So does he get paid to do this shit?
So it's like
is he like the prince?
The Pope used to like run the world. So now it's like the lineage of what that used to be. So like they don't have as much power as they used to, but they still do have a lot of power. But like the Pope like used to run like a majority of the globe whenever Catholicism ran the world.
Right.
So like
he's a dictator.
He was like back then, but it was all because quote God gave him the glory to rule.
What's so fucked up about that is like
unquote.
You have this old holy man.
Yep.
And he walks up to you and you're like a gay guy or whatever, and he tells you like you're going straight to hell. And it's just in all reality, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll never know, right?
Not until we're done.
Exactly. But at one point in my life, I was scared of these people, right? They had a huge fear over me, right?
Like you thought they could judge you from a better place.
And that was it. Like whatever they said, that's it, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm at a point in my life now where if I was a gay man, and the Pope walked up to me and told me I was going to hell or something like that, I would look at him and tell him to suck my fucking balls.
Oh yeah,
suck my nutsack. That's what I would say.
Okay,
I don't care who. I don't care if you're unless you are Jesus Christ himself. You can F off, man. Did you feel me on that?
100% agree.
Hey, man, who are you, man? You piss in the toilet and you shit in the toilet,
just like me,
man. Jesus doesn't shit in the toilet. I guarantee you, Jesus is not shit in the toilet. Jesus doesn't shit at all. He's like Kim Jong-un. He has no holes.
He has no holes. But back. Okay. So
the reason we
brought that up is because
tell them why we're even bringing the Pope up in the first place.
So if y'all haven't seen it, there's a video of the Pope in a window, and he's like giving a message to people out the window. Mm-hmm. It looks like a normal random event of the Pope talking, right? And whenever the Pope turns around, he kind of walks back into the darkness and disappears. If you don't believe me, look it up.
He vanishes.
He vanishes, like, straight up. It's not like he like kind of like drops down below the darkness. Like, he literally disappears on camera.
I saw you tweeted the clip out, and so I watched that clip, and I noticed. So I watched. I literally went down the whole thread. You caught me at a good moment. I was cigaring at the time.
Nice.
So I was just zoning into this shit. So I watched the first video that you reposted, which is the side angle.
Yeah.
Okay, and and then they slow it down to super slow mo.
If you don't follow me on Twitter at Colton O'Brien, you can scroll down and you'll find the picture of or the video of the post, or just Google.
He doesn't just like that in slow mo. He slowly just fades.
Exactly. That's almost the creepiest part. So I thought about it and I was like, what the fuck is actually happening here?
When you flip a projector off, I don't think it fades. I think it just goes. Right? Or does it fade? I don't know. I think you would have to put it in super slow mo to see, but if a projector fades like that, I don't know.
And I don't know. Either way, the motherfucker disappeared, right? The motherfucker disappeared. And so, like, what I think happened was, I think he was in another room being videoed, and the live stream of his video was being projected in a hologram to the window. Right.
So, but my question is, it had to be straight ahead of that thing. So my question
I'm guessing they're the Vatican. They have good enough technology to make. I mean,
it doesn't have to be straight.
A hologram. I mean, that's how they.
Because I want to know what's in front of this place. What's in front of this building where they could have set up an operation?
I bet you they don't even need that. I really don't even think you need.
So where would you set up to do this?
I bet you they have ways to make holograms.
I mean, they might have something.
Like I saw.
You're talking about.
I know this is random, but I saw a Russian soccer team made. If anyone's seen this like viral video, there's a hologram of a lion. I believe you can Google it. It's fucking amazing. Of a lion walking on top of the stadium. And it like walks, and it's like there's no walls around it. It's like they can make holograms that sit in space now. Yeah. Like it doesn't have to be a awful wall.
I mean, you've seen those videos in China, those fucking humongous spaceship shits in the sky. There's videos of like it's not fake. It's fake, but there's videos of in China. They're huge. It's huge spaceship takes up the whole sky. And then you see it just go, and then just cut the fuck off. Like I said, it could be fake video, but let me tell you this, my friend. I've been hearing a lot lately from a lot of podcast people, a lot of conspiracy. Your Johnny Bravo's, your Joe Rogans.
Yeah. They've been kind of going off the deep end lately.
They've been snapping lately.
Yeah. I'm telling you, people are... Cause
I'm hearing about kids coming out of tunnels.
I don't know if that part's true, but yes.
I don't know if it's true, but it makes sense. I want to dive into that, but I don't want to get off topic. But
David Rodriguez, who's a famous heavyweight boxer.
David Rodriguez.
Never heard of him. Fought in the early 2000s.
Okay.
He posted a video on Instagram 2 days ago talking about how Hollywood is going down right now, and there's sting operations happening in Hollywood to take down pedophile rings.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what
I'm hearing.
And like you had Joe Rogan went live or made a podcast 2 days ago with a guy who just came out with a book. His name is Thomas O'Neill. I've been reading about Thomas O'Neill for like 2 years. Thomas O'Neill is one of the best researchers whenever it comes to a CIA mind control project.
Yeah.
And that's not usually on Joe Rogan. You know, like these people are losing it.
So I got it's a quick theory on the kids coming out of the tunnel shit, right? So they're saying kids are coming out of these tunnels and they're escaping from these pedophiles and shit, right? They're saying it's in Las Vegas. Here's the thing about Las Vegas. I watched a documentary a couple weeks ago on Vice. I think you've seen it, about the underground city that they have in Las Vegas. If you watch that documentary, they tell you a million times law enforcement and government do not go down there. They don't even look down there. They don't peek down there. They don't even give it a peace of mind that the people down there. So that leads to believe me, why in your ever right mind... Oh, and there's a code down there. They have a homeowners association, believe it or not, man. They have a whole thing down there. So why would it be so hard to believe that there's a part down in there that people aren't willing to go down into, or that is closed off to where they can have any type of arrangement here?
I think the whole fucking world has tunnel systems that nobody knows about.
So when I hear that, dude, shit that I used to hear back in the day that I used to blow off that I'm hearing now, I'm more open-minded to it now.
I'm more open-minded to that, but I'm just saying there's not really any proof for kids coming out of tunnels. There is proof for sting operations going on in Hollywood through pedophile rings.
Now let's talk
I
about...
get that's kind of the same thing, but like I feel like it's more important to emphasize that people are going down for it, not children's escaping from nothing.
The whole Hollywood thing, though, people... So we're saying people in Hollywood, but who? Who are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking about A-list. We're talking
know.
about direct. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
So you're Steven Spielberg.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we see. That's
and
the
you
only
know
thing
who I
can
don't
say.
like in this time right now, and I think is very sketchy. And the fact that I see him on my television almost every day, and I hear about him, really fucking makes me angry. And it's not who you think it is. Who do you think it is?
No, I don't know who.
Would you think Donald Trump? It's not Donald Trump.
No, I'm guessing Chris Cuomo.
No, I thought it was Chris Cuomo.
Cuomo.
I like him.
I hate him.
Really?
Yeah.
He's iffy for me. Sometimes his face gets my fucking nerves.
I hate him.
I like his brother better.
The one on CNN?
Yeah.
The one that's got coronavirus?
Yeah. But anyways.
I don't like him either.
Hold on, what are we talking about?
You said you wanted me to guess the person that you hate during this time.
Oh, right. Bill Gates.
Oh, fuck Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Nick follows me on Twitter, so he knows I tweet about Bill Gates every day.
You got me started on Bill Gates.
Bro, I fucking hate Bill Gates.
I'm seeing Bill Gates everywhere, right?
Because Bill Gates trying to fucking vaccinate the world and put a goddamn chip inside you.
Who are these people I'm hearing about in Boston that got caught?
Fucking Boston.
Who am I hearing about? Someone in Maryland and someone in Boston got caught up because they were fucking with this virus.
Oh, no. So the... God, I forget his name.
He was
either way. The top Harvard chemistry professor at Harvard, right? The top country or the top college in our country, Harvard.
Is it Harvard?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
That guy got in trouble because two Chinese nationals who worked for the Wuhan virology lab,
right,
got contracted to come work for him in America.
Why? Okay.
They got paid $1 million to complete the task.
Who paid them $1 million?
Wait a second. And then they quote stole, so they're acting like they didn't give it to them and this wasn't like the whole plan. They got caught by national security trying to smuggle 21 vials of biological material, it's unspecified, through airport security and right back to Wuhan, China, where whenever he landed, he was going to get a laboratory with $1.5 million as his like reward. Right?
Who's funding this?
Charles Lieber, that's the fucking scientist.
This is the guy that got caught up?
The guy that got caught.
The white guy. I see a picture of him. He looks ugly as shit.
Charles Lieber, the top Harvard.
It looks like he hooks up with hookers.
Dude.
Definitely fucks hookers.
Probably.
But who's funding this shit? I want to know who's funding this shit. Bill Gates?
Oh, Bill Gates was funding some of it for sure.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And then I see him on Ellen the other day.
That
with
was
his dick out, just stroking it up, just
literally,
all over Ellen.
It's like he
just busting nuts all over Ellen. Ellen
he's
goes,
like, I'm gonna fucking infect all of you guys.
Ellen goes, I'm a lesbian. He goes, I don't care. He's just busting everywhere.
That's a great way to put it.
He
will show you his dick if you're a lesbian. That's how he is.
Okay, so I heard someone on a podcast that they're talking about what has he created? And they're talking about Microsoft.
Yeah.
But the guy kept asking, he goes, what is Microsoft? And the other guy couldn't answer the question. Can you answer that question?
Microsoft is a computer program.
That does what, though?
My
Xbox is Microsoft.
So like your how do I say this? So like a computer has like X amount of abilities. The program is what takes X amount of abilities and like puts it into like action. I think that's a good word. So like to be able to save, to be able to like have memory. So Microsoft
Tools.
is like your
Tools.
It's like your computer's brain.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's why whenever there's a Microsoft commercial, they care a lot about the computer chip. That's what they're talking about. They're like the Microsoft X-Core processor, blah, blah, blah.
So let me ask you this. If he can create something like that, can he not control the whole internet?
No, that's one of the best jokes ever is says the only reason it was named Windows is because of how many windows he left to get in it. And like a window in a program is like a way to backdoor it, hack it.
So, but that's what I'm saying. If he wanted to control the internet, he couldn't he?
Not him, but him and his friends could. Like the internet,
he could get a good good
97% centrally controlled. But
Yeah.
by centrally controlled, I mean like 30% China, 30% Gates.
I think Russia's back at it with their bots again.
Dude, they never stopped.
Yeah.
They never stopped.
Yeah.
Yep. But this dude, Bill Gates, is...
He's a con artist, man.
He's literally like he's probably my biggest fear in America. Like if you follow me on Twitter, like I really like we talk about this dude a lot.
And those fucking sweaters with the fucking collar.
He tries to seem like you. That's what he wants. He wants to seem like you.
like I'm your everyday guy.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wear
just
collared
Bill.
shirts and
My name is
sweaters.
fucking Bill. I make goddamn vaccines and computer microchips.
I guarantee you,
save
at
the
his
world.
house, he wears all black and a turtleneck,
Dude.
like Steve.
I don't want to get into a lot of conspiracy theories concerning Bill Gates, but if you're at home, I really recommend going and doing your own research on Bill Gates whenever it comes to vaccines. The number one person I'll put you to.
that TED Talk he did back in the day.
That's weird. JFK Jr., right? Not
Yeah.
JFK Jr. RFK Jr.
RFK, who's RFK?
Robert F. Kennedy's Jr. So like Robert F. Kennedy is JFK's brother's son. So like JFK got assassinated. Robert F. Kennedy got assassinated by having his plane taken down. This is his son, right? So he's lived his whole professional life really hating on
What do you think
vaccines.
that family's like? What do you think that
Oh,
family
dude, it's one of the
dinner's
most terrifying
like? That family
families.
dinner's kind of crazy,
That
huh?
family line is one of the most tortured family lines in the history of the world. Like straight, bro, RFK Jr.'s granddaughter died along with her son last week because they were boating and the boat flipped and they died in the river. Last week.
So nobody makes it to the end of their life.
To the JFK line. Okay,
Yeah.
so his life, right? RFK Jr.'s life is like if you go on Instagram and follow his last decade of work, he's been exposing Bill Gates in the way that Bill Gates has been testing vaccines on third world countries such as India and places in Africa.
You know, it's funny you said that because I heard something about India wants to give us some shit.
What?
Was it India that's someone's donate or giving or we just bought a whole bunch of supplies off somewhere. I think it was India.
I don't know. We bought a whole lot of shit off China about like a month ago, and I was thinking that could be a fucking Trojan horse.
Don't say China in this house.
Why?
We don't get into China here.
Interesting.
I've been a little racist.
What about the fucking Steve Mnuchin thing about... So this motherfucker, the treasury secretary of the United States, so the guy who's in charge of all finances in the United States, like he's the guy who like talks to the Fed and the IMF and the World Bank on behalf of the United States, right? We got that $1,200 stimulus check. Well, mine's in the mail, but a lot of people got the $1,200 stimulus
I
check.
got mine. I'm about to spin that bitch.
Nice. Got that check, and he went on TV on Fox News 2 days ago and said that $1,200 check is supposed to last you 10 weeks.
10 weeks is a long time, my friend. How long is that?
That's not even rent for a month in Boston.
Oh, that's like half rent in New York for a
Bro.
fucking one-bedroom apartment.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's some hoe shit.
Actually, 1,200. That's that just goes to show how good Texas is. Because I lived in a house with some roommates. Our rent for that month was $1,200. It was like a nice house. $1,200.
I feel it, but that's crazy though.
Texas,
but
yeah.
there's literally places in the world that like that $1,200 isn't going to give them $1 of spending money.
Yeah, I saw. The fake news shit. You never thought was real until like you actually start seeing fake news yourself. And I think when they say fake news, they don't put the right terminology on it. It's not fake news. It's news. It's real news. It's just twisted and mangled to
From
make
a dumbass
it look,
perspective.
yeah, to make it look like it's the end of the fucking. I get on Instagram earlier. I see a fucking thing that says 1,200 people die or 1,200 people infected with the coronavirus from cruise ships.
Oh, I
From
saw
cruise
that.
ships. You know how many people fit on a fucking cruise ship? I looked it up.
How many?
3,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
So out of 3,000 people, each boat, but there's like, I don't know how many boats they have. I'm sure
There's a shit ton of boats.
I'm sure over 100 boats. Out of all those people, 3,000 each boat, 1,200 got a thing. The way they put it, 1,200.
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
1,200 ain't shit, dude. That's like half the deck. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a friend who, I'm not going to name any names, but I promise you this is true. But I have a friend who works in a hospital. And so like I asked her a few questions the other day. And because The reason I asked her this is because a lot of doctors have been coming out and saying that the death toll is not as high as
not what they expected.
Or just not as high as the number they're saying it is.
Yeah.
And so I went to her and I asked her questions like, say a 70-year-old man comes in and he has shortness of breath and one other symptom that may be coronavirus-like, and he comes in and he dies of a heart attack right as he comes in. What do you mark that as? She said, we have to mark that as a coronavirus death because he was suspected of having coronavirus.
I heard about this.
And this is a 70-year-old man who had a heart attack, which is like a quarter of the way people die in America.
Yeah, I heard about this.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard about this. Yeah,
you know that the death toll for March was actually less than the average of all four Marches the 4 years before that.
I think they were saying they were adding the bronchitis deaths on top of this.
And
there's more bronchitis deaths.
Who would have guessed pneumonia deaths are way down?
Pneumonia, yeah.
Because this is a pneumonia-like disease.
Oh, yeah.
But pneumonia deaths are way down. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, that's funny. I see what you're saying.
Now, you have those crazy-ass people. I'm not trying to talk shit about anyone who believes in any conspiracy theory because I know I be off the rails sometimes, but there's people in like the Great Britain area who like are going crazy about the 5G conspiracy, saying that 5G
I've been hearing about the 5G conspiracy and I think I'm on board.
I can't have this conversation right here. So, but there's people like burning like 5G towers, and I think that's kind of funny.
Can you burn a 5G tower?
Yeah, they've literally they climbed up it. And
I saw a video the other day
of Great Britain.
I saw a video the other day of this humongous tower, and the dude was like, "This tower is so powerful. Watch!" And he put metal up to the tower to touch it, and as he touched it, you could hear fucking radio.
I saw that.
Oh, dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
There was no speaker. There was no nothing.
No. Oh, wait. You said he saw radio?
No, you could hear the radio.
That's fake.
That's not. What are you talking about?
That's 100% fake.
How are you saying that's fake?
There's no speaker.
That's why I didn't say there was a speaker.
You said there's no speaker, so it's fake.
How do you know?
Because that's got to be fake, Nick.
No, dude, it's real.
You got to show me that. We'll tell y'all next week if Nick's video
It's a
is fake,
huge orange tower, and he has like the things that you jump your car with jumper cables.
And you heard radio after you.
He touches the fucking thing, and you see fucking, and you can hear the radio.
Edited over, Nick.
Oh my god, bro! I'm not dumb, bro. You can literally see it. Okay, I'm gonna find the video. I'm gonna fucking send it to you.
Okay.
And when you find out this shit's 5G, it's a 5G tower probably.
Hey, but that 5G shit is
I
crazy.
saw a picture
All I
of a
have to
tree
say
next
about
to it, burnt up.
I've seen that too. All I have to say about 5G is that there's not enough research to specifically say what it does. Now, one thing I am scared of it doing, and there's not 100% of science to say that it doesn't do this, is that whenever I don't know if I'm saying this right, but according to one conspiracy theory, they're saying that whenever 5G enters a cell with water in it, it pretty much takes the oxygen out of it and like makes the cell less good. And then, so one of the only reasons I believe in this is because one of the doctors in
What are you talking about?
So the 5G thing,
Okay.
Right? So one of the doctors in New York made a video, had nothing to do with 5G. I'm just relating these two things about myself. Is he made a video where he said he visited the people in the most sick area of New York. So like the most sick coronavirus patients. And he's talking about in the video, he says, these are things I've never seen before. I don't really understand the science that's happening in front of me. Nothing we're doing makes sense. And he says that they're operating under a, quote, wrong science paradigm in the coronavirus sense, and saying that he sees oxygen leaving the cell or something like that. That's the way I kind of understood it. And he was saying that the respirators really aren't helping because, like, they're like, so, I don't know exactly what it was.
Is there any towers near New York?
Yeah, no, New York and California are the most 5G spot.
Really?
You know, the very
and that's the two main places right now.
The first 6 spots in the entire world to get 5G were China, including Wuhan, Italy.
Shut the fuck up.
Italy, wait. The U.S., New York, L.A., Canada, Mexico, and I believe Germany. France. I'm sorry, France. Mm-hmm.
See, when you tell me shit like that, what do I believe now?
You
know what I'm saying?
That's to say, I don't really fully believe.
But
the
explain
5G
Texas
thing yet.
then. Explain Texas. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you could also say things like explain countries that are having big outbreaks that don't have 5G.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You saying radiation's carrying that far?
I'm not. I'm saying that's a argument against.
That's the problem. That's the
against
problem.
5G.
I get you.
Plus, what a fact about 5G is the reason they can't shoot 5G from a satellite is because 5G only travels way less of a length than 4G. That's like what that's what G's are. So like 3G travels really far. Like back in the 60s, we used like 1G for radar because it would travel super far, but you didn't really get that much output back into it. Or you'd get a really far output, but not much input. That's why it would just be like a dot.
Here's my question to you, right? I got two things for you.
Okay.
First thing is we had 1G, we had 2G, right? Or we go straight to 3? Is 1, 2? Is it gone like that?
No, we went from 1 to. Well, we used 1, 2, and 3, but the first thing that was a cell tower was 3G.
Okay, so we started at 3G on the tower, right?
Yeah.
Then we go to 4G. Okay, now we want to go to 5G. What happens after 5G? We go to 6G.
They're already setting up 6G. They're already
and then 7, and then we just keep going until we fucking all die.
Yeah.
We're all gonna go until
So
we
I
explode.
asked this guy. I was like, so like if you were a really evil bastard and you were out here making 5G towers to hurt people, I was thinking, why would you do that if you also live on Earth? Like, wouldn't that hurt you and your friends and your family? And I asked this guy this question, and he was like, will you sleep in your bedroom, but you have a microwave in your kitchen? He's like, well, because microwave gives you cancer, 100%. He was like, so it's kind of like the same concept. Like, they just don't give a fuck. It's just not that bad. So they're just like, fuck it.
I see what he's saying, but that's not the same.
I see what he's saying, and it's
Yeah,
not the same,
yeah.
but it almost like it's a decent analogy.
Yeah. But when's the last time someone's got cancer from just having a microwave?
No, that's not the thing.
You to be straight in front of that thing.
It takes absolutely one microwave ray to make a cancer cell in your body. You can get hit by 1 billion of them and have 0, but it only takes one.
But do you have a better chance of that shit, or going out and getting hit by a fucking car?
Well, no one stands in front of their microwave all day, but if you stood in front of a microwave all day, a microwave.
Yeah.
Like, it's that bad. Like, it's that bad of a thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, what it's called a ionizing radiation. There's ionizing and non-ionizing radiation, and what non-ionizing radiation is everything before the color spectrum. So there's
Hold on.
infrared types of rays, and it goes to the color spectrum, and then anything past the color spectrum is harmful to your body, like an X-ray. That's why you got to wear the big ass metal thing whenever you get an X-ray, so it doesn't shoot into
the
your
radiation. Body. Let me give you this prediction, and we can get out of here. My next my prediction is the next pandemic we have.
We ain't gonna be ready for that either.
Is going to be when the 5G towers explode. I'm serious. When they explode and radiation goes throughout the nation.
I told you, it can't travel that far. It can only travel about 60 yards.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure some way out to make this fucking thing explode everywhere. Then our quarantine is really going to be fucking quarantine. We're not going to be able to leave our house. Because the second you step outside, you're going to fucking get cancer. You're just going to zap.
You ever seen the show The 100?
No,
it's about this show about how they like fucking nuke their planet and then they like can't live there anymore because it's just radiation fucking everywhere, and they like have to move into space and they come back down 100 years later. It's actually a fucking fantastic show. I recommend.
It's like Xenon.
Way cooler.
You know Xenon?
Yeah, way cooler.
No, not cooler than Xenon.
Like it's like a more reality, like, but way better.
Yeah. Well, I think we've had a good podcast here today, my
I
friend.
agree. I told Nick we weren't going to hit 30 minutes, but we did it.
We hit 30 minutes.
We fucking did it.
We hit 30 minutes in what felt like 5 minutes.
Yup. Who needs Pat?
He wouldn't have said anything anyways. He'd been passed out by now. Shout out to Pat. Shout out to Chill. Shout out to everybody. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next week for episode
80.
80.
Oh,
episode
big dogs.
80. All right. We'll see you next week. Peace.